Hi guys. Camera's shaking, it's so windy out. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me at all on this or not. I guess you're probably pretty bored of all this roller nonsense, and I can't say that I blame you on that. You think it's bad watching it, you ought to try doing it. Because there's a lot of stuff going on. I worked last night till midnight drilling stupid holes and painting and stuff like that, just so the paint would be dry today, basically. And I still have a million more holes to drill. Anyhow, oh, I forgot. I'm John Clark, and you're at frickin' Jeep, and welcome. I'm glad you're here. See how far you can make it through. This is just going to be a fill-in between sawing. I did saw that big poplar log, and it was on last night, which is, let's see, tonight I'm putting on a sawing video, but this tonight is going to be when you're seeing this. So this is actually going on tomorrow as a fill-in because I'm doing a sawmill and that, and sawmill and that, and sawmill and that. Anyhow, I'll show you where I'm at here. I've got the big drill bit out, the big drill out, or bigger drill. Can you see it down there? Big angle drill. And what I was doing was I was sawing these where the brackets go. You can see all, or not sawing, drilling. And that's kind of what's going on there. I just got back from the store. I had to go back in the store and get some more screws. I thought I had some, and I looked in my used screw bolt department and didn't have any. I got tons of stuff out here. As long as it doesn't rain, it's not too bad. It's when the rain comes in that kind of gets you. But we're going to try to get a couple of these brackets in, or a bracket in, or something like that. And I still have a lot more to go on these brackets. These are the, I guess, this side bracket away from the rollers, and they are all, I can't see if you're seeing, they're all stamped and numbered. I think I went through that. They're all painted up now. They're all milled out. You can see they're milled out in this area here, in this area. Some gentleman said, you know, how that weakens that steel, and I'd have to agree with him. He's probably pretty high up in the evolution of engineering, but he's probably, if he's smart enough to know that this weakened this out, he probably realizes that it really ain't going to give a darn in this application here. So this one's you can't, I don't think you can see the stamp. This one's number 1, and hopefully these holes now will line up with those holes. Let's see, these holes go in here, these holes go in there. I'm gonna go get some of the bolts that I just bought and see if it does, because that one there's got to get raised up and put in, which I could just, I think that's the only one that needs to be raised up. I will put them in and see how many need to be raised up. That's number 1. I know that one to put the bolts in. I guess you can kind of see me going on down the train track. Now I got to get this must be number 5 because there's no number on. That's all the way down here. Oh, I want to brush all that metal crap off first. I'll put that one there. I want to brush the metal part. This one here is number 4, which that's this one here. This one here is number 2, so this must be number 3. Yeah, that goes there. And it's just what goes on around here, guys. I mean, I thought this was going to be a real chip shot, just put it together real quick, and I guess I'm a little bit wrong. And now I'm just going to sweep off all those grindings down there. Don't really need to. I guess I can hit them with a blower, but just don't like them. Just don't like them. Don't need them. Don't want them. And now let's see. I have to lift this one up to get that in there. That goes in that way. So I might as well just raise it up and get it over with, huh? I got the lifted here. The bolts, I'll take you off for a second. These bolts that go through this piece here, because this roller's in the way, you know, I might be able to slide that down. Nah, just as easy to pick it up and put those bolts in there. I think I'll just do that, then I can get them all in, make sure they're in, and put the bolts in. So that's what we're coming along with. That's what we're doing next, is I'm going to use Mr. Lift It. This is not a hard job. It's kind of more difficult than I thought it was going to. I don't know, just time consuming. And I had never put it in. I'd never put it in permanent. And it is pretty heavy. Oh, I got some more grinding to wash off. Like I said, it probably doesn't make any difference. Now I got to find all the bolts everywhere. Maybe there's some under here. I don't know. Here's some. These are the bolts, as you recall. I wanted a close clearance there that I had to mill off the side of them. See how? So when it goes against here, it'll be more proper. And they should go through. Famous last words, huh? All right, that one's in. And these all had to be kind of, what you didn't, I don't think you did see though, was I marked, I don't know what I'm showing, what I'm not showing. I marked where those holes were, drilled them with a very small drill all the way through. I think it was 3/16. And so that was the pilot for these, then took them back up and drilled them. Now what I'm going to have to do once I get to the back, here goes my brain everywhere. The back ones here, there's my pilot hole. Can you see that little pilot hole? Then these holes here are, I don't know what you call that, where you made it. I'm just going to put screws in the back. I don't think it's all that crucial. I don't feel like drilling all the way through into through the wood and into the metal. These are going down into metal, so I don't think it's all. I think it's going to hold with the back ones, but you know, I just going ahead put the other ones in anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. We're right here at this one. Here's a couple of those bolts. This one here had to be trimmed. Some of those back ones might have to be trimmed, but I can't even put the back ones in until I get these front ones in. And then it's all going to come back apart again. Then they go back together, then back apart and back together, back, so it all fits right. Here's another couple bolts. We'll take them down to the next one. Sure hope those through bolts. I might have to run the drill through them to get them to work. I'm running off, I don't have any electricity down here, so I'm running off the power inverter off a battery that's sitting up there. And it worked for drilling all those holes with the drill that doesn't. What was nice is when I was drilling these, I guess you're in there, I never know where the camera is. When I was drilling these, I had that pilot hole. I could really push against that hard, and I like this drill because when it bites, or if it bites hard, you got something to hold on to. So I kind of like using that drill. It's been a good drill. Picked it up used years and years and years ago up at Carlisle, probably 20 years ago. And let's see, we got an issue here. This has got to come up. No, it doesn't. It's got to come this way. Woohoo! So far, all these bolts have gone in nice. They were kind of each one had to be fitted perfectly. Now we're going to start. Now we're going to let this thing down and start putting the cross bolts in. And once it's in place, then I can start putting the back things in place. So we'll let it down, and I'm sure it's when it goes up, it goes that way because I got it as close. It falls off the edge there, and there's no thing in there to hold it, so I had to do it the way it is. I don't know how to explain that any better. So this is going to go down and sit on those frames there. That's not too bad. But okay, this has got to go that way. That one's in. This one here is, oh, gotta go that way. Okay, in. Yeah, if those angle irons give up something because of the that little milling that I did on those, I got a lot bigger problem somewhere. Now, after my trip to TSC, I think I got one for everyone. I think for now, let's see if we can, maybe, I'm not going to tighten any of these things down, because if I tighten it down, I don't have any wobble room. I don't know if that means anything to you. Because I'm not putting any lock washers on right now because I just don't need it. Now this should come up and go through there just about. See how close we are. Looks pretty decent. Went through. I'm happy with that. Well, 1 out of 7 ain't bad, is it? And I don't know, to be honest with you, I never finish anything. I don't know that I'll even get those done down there. Once that piece is held in that way, I got the back pieces for that. We'll be all right. Let's see what we got here. We got, oh, I gotta get the bolts. Bag of bolts. I'll be tickled if they all go in. I don't know if tickled's the right word. Maybe amazed might be a better word. They're gonna fall down and go everywhere. I need my alignment thing. I don't know where my alignment thing is. Here it is. That's why I didn't bolt those down. You got to, and some of them might need a, see there's a little bit of play there. But if I tighten those other ones down, I wouldn't have any play room. That ain't too bad. Well, what we'll do, wherever the impact is, see, it's still got a little movement, but I like that. Let's see if we can't get all the bolts in. You guys don't need to see me doing too much stuff here, because it's kind of like paint dry. Like I said, if you thought the video was boring, you ought to try being here doing this. Kind of paint dry, guys. We're watching paint dry here. Okay, we need to come a little bit that way. Look at that. See that? I don't know if you can see that moving in the screen. They're not the sturdiest things in the world, I guess. Come on, get in there. Where's that impact driver? Oh, Lordy. Not too shabby. That's what's that? 3 out of 3 got it. I'll put the nuts in, tighten it all down, then start figuring out. Camera going down and running away. Let's see, where are we at? We're down here at that. Then I got to put the back brackets in and get them all clamped in. They still got to be drilled. That's got to go in. That ain't too bad. That'll go in. Oh, where's that impact again? Now these don't have, I haven't put the nuts on them now. They're just a perfect fit so far. I'm pretty pleased with that. 2 more. I'm gonna let you go on your way. If they all fit, I'll be happy. Can't see where that is. There it is. There. Oh, I had it and then lost it. There it goes. That's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. The back parts of the angles are up just a little bit high because they're not bolted down tight like when I put them together or when I mark them. Now, I gotta tighten all those bolts up because it's got to be in place, and then I'll be taking these and let's see if we got an easy one. That's not too bad. We'll put this one in here. Maybe you can see it. There's not any open ones. See, I got the 3 holes there, so I take my pick, but it's going to go back in there like that. Then somehow I got to take my drill. See that hole right there? I might have to change where those holes are on this. They match the holes that are on this side. They were a comfortable spot. But see the play? So I got to bolt those in and then bolt all this in. Oh, it's just takes a lot of time, that's all. So I'm gonna head out of here. I guess I showed you guys the inverter up here that I'm using for power, and I'm running it off that battery that's over there, and that battery there, in case it runs low, is running off. I just hook it up with clamps like this. So I'm running off. I guess I'm running off both batteries right now, but this will charge both of them. I got to move all that out. So I'm glad you came along. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And that roll case is just about where it's going to be. But like I said, got to put it together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart. I think a couple more times. I got to think it through a little bit. It's getting late in the day. It's cold. And thanks for coming along. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Sawmill nonsense. Sawmill nonsense. Sawmill nonsense until I run out of sawmill. And the sawmill that's coming up is probably, the next 2 videos has probably got a camera person on it. So it's a lot, I think a little bit better anyway. So thanks for coming along. Bye-bye.